everybody. Episode 3, Toxically Stoked. I'm here with Salem's Kin. Hello, everybody.
All right.
Um, like to give you a second to each just introduce yourselves. Yeah, who am I talking to here?
I'm Marco, the guitarist. I'm Jackson, the vocalist.
I'm Aiden, the drummer.
And I'm Derrick, the bassist.
All right. Any fun facts about each of y'all? What's something non-music related that you could share with us?
Derek, you go first.
Yeah.
I don't really know. I mean, the only thing is I got other
You play
hobbies.
volleyball.
Like, yeah, I'm
Oh,
pretty good at volleyball, so that's it.
Oh, sick. Okay.
I guess one for us three is we work at a Waffle House. Yeah. We worked
Nice.
there for 2 years almost. That's our
Yep.
yeah, that's our thing.
Okay. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. So to get us started, man, tell us about the origin of the band name Salem's Kin. Where did that come from? How did that come to be?
Um, I like history a lot and like the Salem witch trials, and we're just like I don't know, we're kind of weird people. So I was like, we're like the kin of the witches kind of. And then I like this like group called Salem. They do like crazy witch house stuff. And it just I don't know, I like the name.
Dude, it's a super metal name. I remember when I first became aware of y'all, you know, just the name drew me in like pretty immediately. It's a great band name, and I'm not just saying that. It's a good one.
Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And I'd like to hear, so just I guess throughout the interview, we can just hear from whoever wants to speak, and then there might be some questions I'd like to hear from each of you. And this is one of those. Um, what inspires you, like what drives your creative engine with Salem's Kin? So like if you're a writer, what do you like to write about? And if you play music, like where do you derive that passion to do so?
Marco used to.
Okay, so with a lot of the riffs that I write, um, so I mainly just listen to like a lot of metalcore and deathcore music. That's kind of my thing. And I listen to a lot of the old stuff. I mainly what I'll do is whenever we're about to write a new song, I'll kind of find a couple of songs and I'll listen to that for days on end.
Just over and
Just
over again?
Yeah, just over and over
Yeah.
again, like seeing a riff that I like, and I'm like, okay, how did they do this? How did they do that? Why did that sound good? And I'll just incorporate that into our music. It's kind of what stuff bands I like.
Quick follow-up question. What can you remember what inspired the Memento Mori riff?
Oh man,
That's a super memorable riff, man, for real.
I don't know. I know it's one specific song that I was like,
Wasn't it Balmora?
it might be Balmora.
I think it was a Balmora
I
song.
think, yeah, it might be a Balmora song. Balmora Since My Beloved, because those are my two
Sick.
big influences. So it might have been one of their songs.
Okay, rock and roll.
Um, I write all the lyrics. Normally I'll just like what we do, the process of how we make our songs is normally we'll kind of just like freestyle a bunch and then see what we like and then go off that. And then whenever they find like something they like, I'll just listen to it and then I'll freestyle for like the flow and then I'll just write about whatever I'm thinking. Like right now we're working on a song where I'm writing about like a Greek mythology story, but like that I'm in the point of view of it. And then in the past I've written about like Batman and Joker having a relationship. Just like whatever I really want to.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
I really like I just listen to what Marco plays and try to find stuff that fits really. But I guess like musically I'm inspired by like a lot of the music that that my dad showed me when I was growing up, like post-hardcore.
Cool.
Just hard stuff, fun stuff, um a lot of fast stuff. Just yeah, everything from my childhood.
Okay, nice.
For me, it's like the same with Jackson. I really just freestyle off what Marco and Aiden's doing because like they got their own thing going, and I'm really good at improvising, so I just go with the flow and see what I can make up in the moment.
Does that improvisation skill come in handy playing live? Does that ever happen where like you have to kind of, you
Uh,
know,
there's this like one. I think when I joined the band, it was like how many days into the show?
It was about a week
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
till the show. We
yeah.
had one practice.
And like they needed a bassist, and I just like offered, and like it was 2 days before the show, and like we practiced once, and like I just got like all the songs done easily. So
Okay, yeah. What's going on internally when you're performing? I've been sort of intrigued by like asking people this question, like how much are you thinking about the crowd? How much are you just super hyper focused on like your instrument? How much are you focused on each other? Like, is there a way to
Dude, I wish I could answer, but when I get up there, before every show, I get super nervous. And then as soon as we start playing, my mind goes completely blank. And like every once in a while, I'll see someone do something like funny in the crowd and it'll like bring me back to reality. But it's
Okay, yeah, yeah.
it.
Me mainly when I play, I'm just looking for who's the best mosher.
Hell
That's
yeah.
I'm just like before a breakdown, you'll just catch me staring into the crowd, just looking around, seeing
Who's about to die?
yeah, who's gonna do something.
Derrick is just when he can go in the pit. That's what he's looking forward to.
yeah, just like I always go in during one song. I'm like, when do I go? When do I go? When can I like mess someone up?
Love it. Love it.
Me? I didn't know they're all. I didn't know it was a everybody answer. Um, I mean, I focus mostly on my instrument, I think, but sometimes I look up. It's cool to see how much people like our music live and how much they move to it. It's pretty cool to see. But I am like self-conscious about my playing, so I like unintentionally kind of hyper focus on it, you know. And it's
Okay.
pay attention to my surroundings sometimes.
Yeah, I like that you include, or like all of you seem to include, like there's an element of like kind of noticing what people are doing in the crowd. I imagine that energy feeds back to y'all as well, and then back to the crowd, and then it just kind of keeps going back and forth. And I love when y'all jump into your own pits. It's really good stuff. I love it.
Thank you.
Um,
Need protection from Salem's kin and or
Connor Watson, watch out! Fuck Connor Watson.
during a Salem's kin show? Try Salem's kin. Perhaps the most violent and swaggy adolescents in the pit today, these young OGs may be your only chance to survive these young OGs. So whether you're in a Salem's kin pit or witnessing one of their 50 other brutal projects such as 10 Years in Outlaw, Corso, Gory McGoreface, Maybe Tomorrow, Smile, You're on Camera, or countless others, employ these aerial assassins for your own safety, or be prepared to be drop-kicked into oblivion. Thanks for your spin kick, Salem's kin, and as always, stay stoked. Back to you, Connor. Connor from Toxic Stoked, that is. Not that dastardly
Connor Watson! Connor Watson, watch out. Watch your fucking back.
um, what are some inspirations that y'all have individually that like we wouldn't be able to guess by either looking at your music or listening to it? And it doesn't even have to be music either. It could be like movies, just anything like that.
Um, I'm really, I wouldn't even know if it's like inspiration to make music. I just really love jazz. And then like
Okay.
that's all I've been listening to recently again. And then like for my writing, it's a lot of just like books that I've read and like other
Hmm.
stories that I love a lot. I really like going off that. That's always fun.
Okay. Yeah. If
Like
anybody else wants to answer.
yeah, like my answer to the first question, I think kind of like my dad just put me on like a lot of punk rock music and definitely post-hardcore music when I was really little, and it was like all I listened to growing up. So I'm definitely I mean I'm constantly thinking about that type of music, I guess, when I'm playing and writing. And I feel like it's incorporated in a way, try to make it work.
Yeah.
One thing for me is I think it's screamo. Like it doesn't really like it's not that close to metalcore, but like I don't know. There's like a lot of screamo songs that have like good bass lines and like some. I try to find a way how I can also use that in metalcore because like it's just very different genres and
Sure.
work anything out with that.
Yeah. like for those of you in like multiple projects, does it ever get difficult to like does that bleed into each other? If it does, is that a good thing? Like how does that work? I imagine that can be a lot to compartmentalize in your head.
Um, it can be a lot at times, but like for me, I like doing like different music, you know. Like
Sure.
he's doing one music, sometimes it can get boring. But like if you're doing other like stuff, like it just you have more creative ideas and like you can get inspiration from every like single project you're doing. And like it's really fun just doing every type of genre of music you can.
Are you ever like practicing with like let's say Gory McGoreface and then you're like, "Ooh, this would be good for Salem's."
Yeah,
Like,
there has been times where like that has happened. Mainly like with other bands instead of Gourmet Gorfies, but there has been times where that has happened.
okay,
Um,
go ahead.
sorry. So I'm in four bands, and it kind of does get a little bit hard, but all of my bands, they're all homies, you know. Most of the bands share other members. What's up? Sorry.
What are
Uh,
those for, by the way?
Smile You're on Camera, which that's my most frustrating one because we're recording a demo over the internet right now, so it's hard. It's hard.
I can only imagine.
10 Years an Outlaw.
Oh, I
Kane.
didn't realize that was you're in that. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, I'm rhythm guitar for 10 Years an Outlaw. And then Salem's Ken.
Okay.
Corso.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out Ken
In
Corso.
Corso.
Shout
That's
out
like
Ken
us
Corso.
three in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all got a show coming up, huh?
Oh,
We do. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's exciting, man. I think I can be there, and if so, we'll be taping it. So looking forward to it.
Pretty cool.
Um, like playing in like heavy music bands, do you ever get burnt out listening to it in your free time?
Not this guy. All he
Never.
fucking
Okay.
do is metalcore,
All I
and it
listen
gets
to.
just so tiring. Um, I love it a lot, but like I said, I'll just go on like kicks where I listen to other stuff. Like I've been listening to jazz a bunch. Like a week ago, I was listening to a bunch of like witch house and like cloud rap stuff. Just like everything. I get really like tired of really loud music a lot.
Fair enough, man.
Yeah.
Does anybody else get burnt out, or is everybody still pretty good with
I kind of get burnt out at times. Like the same with Jackson, I listen to like a lot of jazz and like sometimes like I just listen to like corridos, which is like a Spanish genre. And like
cool?
yeah.
Yeah, I've even noticed like coming home from shows, just like on the drive home, like if I've been at a show for, all night listening to heavy music, like I tend to gravitate towards like a Circus Survive album or something just to kind of like bring it down a tad. And I just got to thinking on the way back from Across the Moon the other night, is like, man, I can only imagine that could be more intense for somebody playing it.
Yeah, sometimes we'll put on like the saddest music we know on the way home.
Agony.
Dead silent.
Agony by Young Lean is on repeat after a show.
Yes.
Not out of 10.
What's been the hardest part about being in a band and, maybe specifically for this case, Salem's Kin? Like what's been Salem's Kin's biggest struggle?
I Yeah, I think at first, yeah, we played our first show in August, I believe, and then after that, we played maybe two more shows, and we stopped for about 3 months, and we completely did a sound change. We used to be a screamo band. They were just
Okay.
like, this is boring. We switched to metalcore.
Yeah.
But I'd say the hardest part in the beginning was just the consistency of doing band stuff, practicing, putting stuff out.
Sure.
I'll give a answer close to that. We've technically been a band for 3 years, but for the first 2 years, we did not do a single thing. We just did covers in Aiden's basement for so long, and we didn't do.
Okay.
I think that was the worst part for us.
Anybody else want to give an answer? You don't
I,
have to.
I agree with that answer. We just fucked around for a while. But we're also, I mean, it's like we were friends first and then we all came together. So it's like it's always silly and like we're just like goofing off a lot. Like,
Sure. I bet that's a blast.
Yeah. You got an answer, Derrick?
I don't think I really have an answer. I haven't been in this band too long
Yeah,
to give
that's
an
true.
answer.
How long have you been in the band?
Since
December.
like late December.
Yeah, late
I
December.
think December 17th was the exact.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So when I saw y'all at Sweetwater, man, I guess you had been in there for about a month and a half or so. Wow.
Yeah.
You can't tell.
No, he's good.
Yeah, for real. Y'all have great, like, yeah, you're definitely very cohesive on stage. It's wonderful.
Thank you.
Is there a story, and you don't have to tell the story, but is there a Salem's Kin's biggest fight?
Like
Well,
every day.
yeah, we kind of like us three. We've been friends for like me and Marco, like we've been friends for 4 years, and then
Okay,
me and Aiden have been friends since like seventh grade, sixth grade. So it's just like they're like my brothers. So it's just like sibling bickering.
sure.
I guess the biggest fight we've ever had was when we were right outside of a Chipotle, and
Oh
um
my truck.
Great
they
start.
Aiden they locked me out of the car, and Aiden started messing with my food. I had not eaten the entire day, and I just started banging on Jackson's window. He got out, and you just put me in a chokehold. That was probably the most physical it's ever gotten, but it was rough.
There's a lot of just like scrapping that's like not intentional to hurt people, but that one I was a little mad at that one. You got me riled up.
Dude, you almost like like you could have broken his window. It's like banging on the window.
Yeah, Chipotle has that effect on people, I guess.
Yeah.
So getting towards the like little like goofier questions here. And this one's not goofy, but it's getting a little out there. And because we're doing this as a group, there's a couple ways we could answer this. So you're tasked with creating a lineup for a show. It's 5 bands plus you guys, so Salem's Kin. Which 5 bands or artists are you picking, and what venue are you going to play at?
Is it only local or is it like all around just active right now?
The only caveat is they have to be active right now, but it can be anybody in the world. So maybe you could each pick one and then all decide on one, or you could each do the whole question individually, however y'all want to do that. But we just need 6 bands, including y'all, so 5.
Okay.
And where are you playing?
How about we all pick one and then we decide on one more?
Okay.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm gonna just put it down. I'm gonna say Balmora.
It's a good.
Okay.
I'll go a bit deeper. This is a metalcore band. I think they're from like San Diego or some shit. But Buried But Still Breathing, they're like my favorite metalcore band right now. They're so fire.
What's her name again?
Buried But Still Breathing.
Okay, I'll
They're
check them
sick.
out.
Oh, they're so good.
My band would be Thursday, I think.
Are they still around?
Yeah, Thursday
Yeah.
play.
Nice.
Like post-hardcore, I guess. I don't know. I listen to them all the time and I love them.
That'd be
That'd be a good.
interesting.
I love to
Yeah.
play. I think it would work.
Yeah.
I think it
We
would
could
work.
fit in that.
I think my band would be Cinema.
Okay,
Ooh,
okay,
okay,
okay.
yeah.
And then to decide on one, who's like our goat?
Argo.
King Corso.
No.
I would say Death of James Dean. I don't know if you guys
I like
like
that.
You Death of James
Yeah, but I
Dean.
don't know.
Or like Ted Williams.
That will.
Ted Williams, they broke
They-
up.
Oh fuck, you're right.
They're still doing shows though.
No, they're not. They're done.
They're doing some shit.
Let's say Death of James Dean.
Death of
Or me,
Okay.
him, call it us.
Oh,
Georgia,
are they? They're back. They're back around now, right?
They're kind of back. They're releasing a new like record drop soon from their old stuff, but me and him call it us. Like I think they're Loganville, Georgia, like old,
Oh,
early like 2010-ish. They were so fire. They
okay.
were emo violent stuff. They were sick. That's like my favorite Georgia band ever.
And what was the name again?
Me and him call it us.
Okay. Yeah, that would have been around the years where I was like most active again. I'm not familiar with them. I'm gonna have to check them out.
They were sick.
Yeah, yeah. What venue are y'all playing?
Oh shit.
Anywhere in the world.
Anywhere?
Yeah, you get to pick anywhere in any venue in the world.
Um,
It's like good.
We're like in the
Yeah,
back.
my venue.
yeah, that's tricky.
There's one in Pennsylvania. I just heard.
If you go like straight down
Where's-
the
where's-
hallway,
where they have
like, toward the
FYA?
bathroom, you go
That was at
straight
like
all the way
a
to the
like
back.
hotel.
Really?
Yeah, that was like a Comic Con. What venue?
What do you mean?
Anywhere in the
Like
world, what
any-
venue? we're
Anywhere
looking for,
in the world. Oh man.
And you'd have the only stipulation is you'd have to actually be able to put a show on there. So, a venue per se.
Sounds tricky, dude.
Because the only one I know is our local ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think 1720 is a nice venue
Oh,
in LA.
yeah,
1720.
Yeah, we'll go with that one. That one's cool.
I forgot about that one.
So have y'all have been there?
I've been there before.
Sick. Who'd you see there?
I saw Catalyst versus Self. Uh,
Oh,
that whole tour, Bullets Between Tongues, they were good.
I mean,
oh, that's
Amir,
great.
yeah. I'm going back to see my friend's band Victim Blamed in a couple of weeks.
Awesome. Do you have like family out there or anything, or just going there for like the shows?
Just going there for the shows, but I'm going to college out there next year.
Okay. Follow-up question, what will that mean for Salem's Kin?
Um, so we're probably gonna get someone on guitar to just fill in while I'm not here, but whenever I can, we still want to play shows with the original lineup and whatnot.
it's gonna keep going. That's what he's trying to say. Is
Okay.
really have a plan on ending. We
Okay.
love doing this. It might just become like less often, but as we're still gonna do stuff.
Yeah, earlier there was mention of like being able to like basically create music being in different like geographical places. Like from what I understand, the band Dim does that. Like it's two guys, but they're in wildly different places. Like how much trickier is that? Like if you were to make some music with Marco when he's in LA, like how much harder would that be?
Uh, I don't know if it'd be too much harder. We'd kind of just have him like send us his riffs, and then we'll just build around that, and then we'll like, I don't know, we'll get to like Zoom call or something and see if we like it or not. Just give each other like all the parts and then see how we feel.
Okay.
But before Marco heads out, fingers crossed, we're gonna try to get like a full length out. We're working on that right now, so that will give us some time to like hold off making new stuff just for a bit.
Okay.
Mhm.
And what school are you going to, by the way? I meant to ask that a second ago.
LMU, Loyola Marymount.
Cool. Okay, congrats. Congrats. This is a question I would definitely like to hear from everybody. Give a local band a shout out. Who is the most underrated local scene band right now? Who do you think deserves way more love?
I think we're homies with all of them. I think Path to Failure.
Mm. Path is fire.
Path to Failure needs a lot more attention, I feel. They're actually on tour right now, East Coast run, but still I think they need a lot more local attention.
Sick.
I like Daimora.
Shut up.
Nice.
Yeah.
I would say Fake Holidays. They
Mm.
barely starting, but first show they did was banger. It was really good. So but they need more attention for sure.
Okay.
I'm gonna give like an easy answer because they're our close friends, but I'm gonna say Tower of Pines. They're new
Mm.
metalcore stuff and they're nuts, dude. They're insane.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I'm from
one more. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. I was just saying I'm familiar with all of those, but I need to become more aware with fake holidays.
Fake
They're
Holidays,
gas.
they're awesome. Leverage played their first show with not Tower, with Fake Holidays, and we need more hardcore like that.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's beat down more jumpy stuff.
Okay, sick. Yeah. That's excellent. I love hearing what like local bands like to promote there. I've loved every answer to that question we've gotten. So I always like to ask about like a specific like album artwork, song title, lyric, or something like that. And for this one, I've chosen the song title, No, My Name's Not Adam, Don't Compare Me to Apple. So before like I give you all the mic here, that's a Jackson. I think you and I were talking about just our love for like long song names. So it's great in that regard. It's also kind of funny, and there's also like, I mean, that's a pretty like philosophically intriguing statement, I think, actually. So how serious was it? How jokey was it? And tell us about it.
I guess I'll bring it up.
Uh-huh.
So there's this Vine back in the day, and it was like this guy coming up to this dude named I think it was Alan. And
Yeah.
he was like, "Hi, I'm Alan." The other guy was like, "Oh, like Adam's apple." And he said, "No, you misheard me." And then we thought that was funny as shit. We just made it a song title.
Oh, dude, see that I figured the answer would be something like that, or it was going to be y'all's most like meaningful and like spiritually like intense song.
I think that was probably the easiest song to name. We're just like, that's funny. Let's do it.
I love it. I love it. How often are y'all songs names derived from stuff like that? And like how often is it like, yo, shit, we got like a really, like like thematically interesting idea here or something like what's the mix?
Um, I always try to keep the song titles like kind of relative to what it's about. Like Memento Mori is about like I was trying to write it from like me being like death and talking to somebody and then like being like this like saving them and whatever. And then this is the closest some of us will ever get to heaven. That one's a little different. That one's about missing a train and like not being there on time. But it was just like I don't know. I thought that it sounded nice like with it. So I
Yeah.
kind of just yeah. In my notes app, I have a ton of song titles. You can just scroll through, and I just kind of pick one, whichever one I feel fits the song the most.
Do you always name the songs after lyrics, or do you sometimes write lyrics to a song name?
Um, Sometimes it's like it's mainly afterwards, but sometimes I'll be writing and I'll be like, oh, that's a cool name for this, and then I'll throw it on there. But
Sick.
it's typically after I finish writing everything.
Okay. And what would you, anybody can answer this one. What would you say is your most like lyrically serious or like intense or like meaningful song if you had to say?
Yeah, you guys answer.
You got it, Jackson.
You got
Yeah, you got Jackson.
Some of the stuff I don't love the music itself, but on our older stuff,
Hmm.
that was a lot more personally written. I think it was written like shit. I really hate my writing on it, but it was like more just like what I was going through. And then on the new one, it's just like I feel like everything I add my own like emotion to it, but I normally just try not to write about myself. You feel me? Like
Sure.
I'll make it just like a base like emotion I want to convey, and then just write around that.
Okay. I imagine that makes it, or hopefully makes it more like accessible to people
Yeah,
in a
exactly.
sense.
Hmm.
Okay. This is by and large one of my favorite questions, and anybody can answer, although I imagine you might want to talk about it, Deering. If Salem's kin were a vegetable, what vegetable would Salem's
Oh
kin
my God,
be?
olive.
Olive, yeah,
Olive.
you're olive.
An olive?
Yeah, totally.
Why?
Well,
Do you wanna?
I mean,
Go for it.
I don't even remember if there's like a significant.
I knew something about this was gonna get brought up today.
We,
We had a group chat of just us three.
Uh-huh.
The title was Salem's Kin cross emoji olive emoji, and then now that just stuck like that for like it's still that
Yeah, it's
actually.
still, yeah.
been that for like since the inception of the band.
There's no reason. It just kind of is.
It's a tough emoji, so like
It's really
it's a tough emoji, so yeah.
good. I hate
Okay.
what the
I
emoji.
hate
I've
all
never
this.
tried one in my life,
It's
so
disgusting.
I've never eaten one in my life.
Does anybody like olives in the band?
We all
Hell
hate
no.
them.
That's even better. That's great. Okay. Man, I love how specific and like thoughtful these answers become the vegetable. When I wrote that as sort of just like this will be like a stupid, silly question, but like every band has given me such a like funny and like albeit like genuine answer. It's good
It's a
stuff.
unique question.
It's good.
So the next couple of questions we like to change up. So if you've seen the previous interviews, these will be different. And I chose a couple of would you rathers.
Okay.
So anyone can answer these. The first one, would you rather wake up naked in a forest, you don't know where you are and you're naked, or wake up in your underwear in the middle of school?
Underwear, middle of school.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
I don't
That's not that
I have
bad.
to say naked in a forest.
I would say naked
That
in the forest too.
that sounds a
Interesting.
thousand times more tranquil
It sounds
and
peaceful.
serene.
Divided down the middle.
I think the school one's a lot easier because I'm not showing anybody my junk. Oh, and that's my answer.
No one's in a forest.
It's like mud.
No one's
Yeah, but when you get out of the forest, how do you get home?
I just stay.
Okay, yeah, you
Just stay there forever. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, those came pretty quickly. I like the division down the middle, and those came pretty quickly. Fair enough. I think I'd take the forest myself.
Yeah. Who wants
Okay.
to? Why would you want to? Whatever.
I
There's
can
so
just
many
leave.
options. Yeah.
There's so many people at school though, so
I could
So
go in the
what?
bathroom.
I'm not.
My thing about the forest one is once you get out of the forest, like you're just naked.
Put a leaf
Fair.
on your private, bro. Put a leaf on your private.
Tarzan, bro.
Bringing a leaf in your butt.
I mean
for
it'll
your
work.
junk.
So
All right, man.
I love it. This one was given to me a few years ago by somebody, and I really like this one, and I can explain it if it seems too easy at first, because I feel like the more you think about this one, the trickier it gets. Would you rather walk into your basement and see 1,000 roaches or one stranger, like human being stranger? So you either have like an absolutely unbelievable roach infestation, or you become aware that there's been somebody living in your basement and you didn't know.
That's like my biggest fear. I'd have to pick the roaches.
I'd have to pick the human.
I'm saying the human.
Yeah,
I'd
Okay,
pick roaches.
okay.
Roaches.
It's one human is a lot more manageable.
Yeah, you could
could
just-
resolve that
you
problem
get rid of
a
that
lot
easy.
quicker
But then
and a lot
you'd
easier.
be traumatized
yeah,
by someone
exactly.
being in there.
And what if he
You're
comes
traumatized by
back?
1,000 roaches
Dude,
too.
he
No,
won't come
I'm
back.
not-
He's not
I would
coming back.
I would hit pest control and they're all gone.
That takes too long. That would take days. That would take days.
You can literally call them and they'll come that same day.
You have pest control? They spray that basement down and they're done.
The dude might be chill, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't even thought about that.
You're right.
Now, that's fair. And what if I told you that he wasn't there and his motives were sinister?
Oh, that's
Okay, yeah.
I just that's like, because then I'd never be able to sleep at my house again, dude. I'd be like, oh, there's somebody here all the time.
I would be
Dude.
able to get over that.
No,
I would
you
just have
wouldn't,
to-
man.
I think-
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't.
I would just have to,
I
like,
think
get
there's
a
one
check.
problem solver to that problem with the dude in my basement.
You shoot him?
Yeah.
Well, then what if somebody else comes back?
What do you think I'm gonna do?
Like,
to
I'm
them?
a old.
He's gonna
You just never.
Oh no, I guess someone's divided too. What'd you pick there?
I picked the roaches.
Okay,
Yeah.
divided into.
You're locked.
Yeah, are y'all familiar with the YouTube channel Mr. Ballin?
I think I've heard of it.
Yeah, he's a guy that he does like, like storytelling of like strange, dark, and mysterious stories.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've become a pretty big fan of his, and one that I'll never forget that like traumatized me just thinking about it is it was this story about like a family who, all the details aside, like at the end of it, they realized that there had been a kid, like high school, like 17, 18, who had been living in the walls of their house
I just watched a video about that.
for months.
Oh, it's disgusting.
And
dude.
he had drilled like holes in various rooms and was able to like, he was like choreographing how he would, dude,
No,
it
that's
was
no.
That's crazy.
unbelievable. I mean, he lived there, so he knew when they would leave, so he'd go eat their food and like
Is that the
it
one
just,
where he like drew on like the walls and stuff with like spray foam, like shading?
yes,
Ridiculous, man.
dude, that one, I can handle all those stories. Something about that one just like unnerved me beyond repair.
Oh,
But
that's terrifying.
yeah. Um,
Oh,
go ahead.
you're picking the roaches?
I think so.
Okay, good.
I think so. That one's tricky though, because I mean, Marco is also correct. Like, depending on how you view it or what your kind of like how you handle it, it could be a really quick fix.
No,
It's
man.
temple.
It could,
That's so
Scary.
traumatizing.
but I don't know how I would behave in that moment. I don't know if I could pull the trigger, so to speak. I really don't.
Yeah.
It's intense. All right, this one was one a group chat and I were talking about the other day. I liked. Would you rather have free concert tickets for life, but it's always the shittiest seat in the house, or 50% off concert tickets for the rest of your life? You can pick any seat like you would any other kind of ticket purchase.
50%.
Yeah,
Definitely.
50%.
Okay, that was pretty quick. Our group chat got divided on that pretty quickly, actually. It was interesting. I'm with y'all.
Yeah, I'd rather be somewhere I like seeing the show from.
Yeah. There's no point being in the shittiest spot, I think. Like, just
Not worth it.
yeah, it's not worth it.
Where do y'all like to be? If you're like at an arena show, where do you prefer to sit or stand? What's y'all's like vantage point you like the most?
Yeah,
I
I
like
just
the
like
middle.
the like general
Like
admission
middle.
stuff.
Yeah,
So-
same. What's going on back there? There's
I don't know.
somebody in the walls?
Maybe we
Guy
get run
started
over.
his car.
Is it too loud?
I can't hear it at all.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I can't hear it at all. Not necessarily a would you rather, but just kind of like a similar question, I guess. I'd like to hear from each of you as well. What musician, alive or dead, would you most like to have dinner with? or spend the evening with? Like, what musician would you like to sit down with and like pick their brain or get to know or like hang out with?
Right now, I'm probably gonna have to go with Rick to life. On another day, my answer would probably be like Ned Russin, but right now, I just want to know what's going on with Rick to life.
Okay.
Um, Fuck, Ned Russin's a good answer. Here you go. I didn't think.
I don't know. It's a tricky question.
Hard.
I like Young Lean a lot. I would sit down and talk with Young Lean.
Young Lean's chill.
We talk about super fun stuff. So I already know.
Y'all are best friends.
Yeah, we would be.
I thought of a fun answer. Woody Guthrie, this old like folk guy.
Bro.
He would be
Yeah,
because
that's
he's
this way.
back all the way back then. I'd be like, what could we even talk about? So I'd just be sitting across from him.
Sure.
And he was during like the Dust Bowl, so he was eating like sand.
Yeah, like literally sand.
I'd take him out somewhere nice and let him finish something.
Nice little steak.
Nice.
I think my answer would be Louis Armstrong.
Mm.
Like with his like lyrics, he just has like so much like from his mind that he just puts onto his songs, and I'm so curious how he gets those lyrics and like what he has on his mind. So
Okay.
I got another one, Marvin Gaye. 'Cause I'd ask him all about his life because that was nuts.
Yeah, that's a really good one. Yeah, I would definitely be interested in that one as well.
Who's yours?
Yeah, man, so sort of my gut usually goes to like Maynard James Keenan from Tool, Perfect Circle, and Pussifer. Although like more recently, I think I'd rather like maybe something a little older. I think Elton John would be fun.
That would be fun. Yeah.
I just think he'd be a blast, just like
I feel
an
like he has so
absolute
much
blast.
drama. Like he gets
Um,
so much gossip.
yeah, man. And then y'all know who Aesop Rock is?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
this
cool.
guy. This kind's got Jesus.
I mean, I'm not. He has cool lyrics.
Yeah, man. I'd like to pick his brain, I think. That's
Yeah.
probably be my answers.
Those are good.
All right. So this one is a favorite of mine and Ryan's as well. It's a little long of an explanation, so if you have any questions, let me know. You're in a coliseum and you're each by yourself.
Mhm.
You're in a coliseum and you're tasked with fighting waves of attackers.
Oh shit. Okay.
The waves are wave one first grader.
Yeah.
Wave two second graders, three third graders, all the way to 12th graders.
Mhm.
And if you think you could go beyond that, we could just do like 13, 18-year-olds, 14, 19-year-olds. But up until 12, it's by grade, not age. So you do them consecutively. How many waves do you think you could survive?
I want to hear you.
What are the weapons like?
It's just fist.
Is it just fist?
In a
Fist?
coliseum, you like get like a mace, right?
Yeah. So let's do fist first, so no one's
yeah.
armed,
Okay,
and we'll
I'll
see if it
do
changes with the weapon. That's a great question.
I'd really be
First
punching a
grader.
first grader in his wow. Why would I,
Yeah, yeah.
Got it. He's
Um,
gonna bite you.
I think I would only make it to like probably like ninth graders.
Ninth graders?
Ninth graders.
Like, no.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
thinking
no.
6 or 7.
6 or 7, yeah.
I was
middle
thinking
school.
Ninth graders?
They're big.
Some
You
of
get
them-
too once they get into high school, they're too
man.
big. That's like too. That's too much.
It depends. Sometimes.
I'm thinking, not to toot my own horn, but I'm stronger than like the rest of them. I'm saying like I'm capping at like 7th grade. I don't think I can make it past 7th or 8th, maybe.
It'd be overwhelming around that middle
Yeah.
school. Would
Because
be
getting
overwhelming.
attacked by 8 dudes, that's crazy.
Yeah, man.
Right, yeah. Probably 6th grade for me, yeah. I'm
Good thinking, bro.
tripping.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
And then
Anybody got any different answers, or do we all kind of agree that's
6 or
It's
7
6
is
or
like the
7.
cutoff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you
Okay.
still
No,
at ninth?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's 9, dude.
I didn't think it straight.
yeah, man. The more you because if you when you remember that it's by grade and not necessarily by age, and you're like, wait, ninth graders are like, 14, 15. Like, dude,
And
that's
there's 9 of them after all the people you've already fought. You're
uh-huh.
tired by then.
Exactly. It's compounding. So it's like, man, by after middle school, you're toast.
I think like 1 through 4th grade is like a breeze.
That's
And
easy.
then after that, it
Yeah.
starts getting tricky.
5,
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. Like they're tiny, but they're like there's
5,
so many of
yeah.
them. Yeah.
You just hit them with
Dude,
balls.
rock a fifth grade. Easy.
I
And
love
then
it.
what type of like weapons? Like what are we thinking?
Yeah, so if you let's just say let's make it now everyone involved has like a baseball bat. Does it change?
Body?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
like all the attackers do too.
Like fifth, like
That lowers
4.
it. That
like
lowers
4.
it for sure.
So
I
it's
think-
less.
Yeah,
I think
definitely.
fifth. I think fifth.
I'd say
four.
5.
Dude,
I'd say 5.
Five, like 4 baseball bats coming at you, dude.
Yeah.
They could
One.
be behind you or like
Yeah,
around
they
you.
just they
But
surround
it's
you.
a Coliseum. First of
You have a
all,
lot
there's
of
no way a
space.
fifth grader is faster than me. I'm running, and they're coming at me one by
There's,
one.
but there's so many.
That's fair. That's a great strategy.
And they're small though, so they're just gonna be hitting my legs, dude. I'm gonna be
You're just like, ow, shit, my knees.
so mad.
Oh, that's easy actually.
Okay, what about if only you have the baseball bat and
Oh.
none of them are armed? How far?
Oh, I'd
Yeah,
say
probably
12th
12.
grade.
You think so? 12,
Like
12th
around
graders?
there, like 10, 11, 12.
No, 10th.
I think
10th.
12.
I think 10.
I got
think it's
12.
12.
Hey, you got to think, man, that's a lot of folks to like, all it would take is for one person to get a hold of that bat and you're toast.
Oh yeah. I got a good grip.
Fair enough.
Oh.
I love, hopefully we never have to prove this, but you know, I definitely think that number goes up for sure. It's more of like an existential question. If you like you're in front of a crystal ball and it can tell you the truth, the absolute capital T truth about anything in the world, your life, the universe, other people, etc., what would you want to know? And by the way, this spectrum can go from as mundane or simple as like how many F words you've said in your life, or like, is there a one true God, or like how many people have ever existed? Like you can use it in any way you want for any kind of truth.
I wouldn't want to do anything deep because then like
That would've messed
what's
you
the
up.
point?
I feel you. Sure.
I'd do like I don't know. How many times have I like somebody else
How many times what?
answer first?
I think honestly it's a basic answer. Jackson already said he wouldn't want to do it, but like what's the point to it all? You can only get that once, and it's just like it may take some of the fun out of life, but it's also just like everybody wants to know. You know what I mean?
I think that's a good answer. That's a good question for like the deeper stuff, because then like it's not like if the answer is just like there's nothing to it, then that doesn't really stop anything. You just keep living.
Yeah.
But if it's just like, is there an afterlife? Like that stuff, it's just like it's just gonna keep you down.
It's gonna mess you up.
Yeah.
What I was gonna say earlier was how many times have I accidentally swallowed pee?
Oh.
Like in a pool or like it's not
You
filtered
swallow
out.
pool
I
water?
I don't try to, but it's probably happened a few times.
Do you really even want to know that?
It would just be funny. What
I
would your
wouldn't
answer
wanna
be?
All right.
Or question?
My
me some
question is what happened to the Roanoke colonists? Like the
Okay, wait, no,
That's- that's
yeah,
like
that's
the
a
biggest-
good.
No,
they didn't.
they didn't.
Like partially.
Who solved
They moved
it,
up.
bro? Who
They
solved
moved
it?
up.
They left Croatoan on the wall.
I like
on
that.
They wrote Croatoan or something. It's like
Yeah,
the
that's what they
biggest
wrote.
like
Yeah.
it's like the
Why'd
biggest
JFK have to do
modern
that?
historical
What happened to
mystery
him?
or some shit. I don't know. I want to know the answer. I'd be the only one who knows it, so I'd like.
You wouldn't tell anybody? Oh,
No, I
wait,
keep
I'd
it
ask them how to solve cancer.
Oh my
I'd ask how to solve.
Mm.
You mean, oh my God, bro? I'd ask how to solve cancer, and it's raps. Everyone's
Sure.
living for me.
You wouldn't be able to carry that out though. Like you might
Write it down.
Just write
Something
it
smarter
down.
to do it. I'd be like, a magic ball told me how to solve cancer. Try this out.
Yeah, here you guys go. Just give them a sheet of paper.
Exactly. They'd fuck with me heavy.
It's crazy.
It's a good one.
I think it was that.
Honestly, I don't think it would be anything deep either, because I feel like if I asked anything deep, it would like just mess up my whole life, because I would always be like
Yeah,
thinking
that's
that
what I'm thinking.
the whole life.
So what would
Sure,
your question?
man.
My question, no, that is a hard question.
No,
Huh. That's a really hard question.
Or like I have another one while Derrick's thinking. Like how many times I made somebody I made someone happy, like I made their day. Or like how many times somebody's thought of me while I was thinking of them. Like
That's
something
kind of where my head went as well. Stuff like that. Like another one that I think Andrew and I talked about. I don't think he said he would want to know this. I think I might though. I think this will be interesting. Like how many times I've been really close to death, but obviously didn't die. Like how many times did I like escape deaths, so to speak? I think that'd be wild.
I wouldn't have changed mine also to like hours watched of Family Guy because I've seen so much Family Guy. I've seen every times. So I'd be like, how many total?
You're basically asking
I'd
for your
change hours
stats
to
on
days.
Family
Yeah, I'd say Family Guy stats, but it would be like calendar days. I'd be like, I know it would be many days. So I'd say, how many days of Family Guy have I seen?
Okay.
I love it.
Find out.
Yeah, it'd be interesting, man. Like how many minutes of music you've listened to or something like that would be super sick to know.
Yeah, some stats.
That's on Family Guy.
Family Guy stats.
TV stats.
Derrick,
You're
answer the
right.
question.
I don't have like an answer. I mean, I'd go with your answer about like how many times I've been close to death because
That's
it
a good
really is a hard question to think about. So it would take me a while to actually come up with an answer.
What would be fun about that question in particular is like I could see the number either being like two or like 1,000.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
Because it could just be like somebody almost turned into your car and then you
Yeah.
died.
Yeah. Like
Or
I don't
like
yeah, I don't know.
yeah, brain aneurysm. Like it almost
Sure.
Somebody
Yeah,
who-
like something medical or something like that. Yeah, who knows, man? That would be a.
that would be interesting. Yeah, definitely.
It'd be scary.
Are y'all familiar with the trolley problem?
Yeah.
Okay, here's a trolley problem.
Ever.
You're at a track, you see a trolley barreling down the track. Um, on the track that it's on the path, is your favorite artist of all time. It's all their work, everything they've done. If the trolley hits it, it is destroyed, and you can never listen to or consume their art again. You keep your memories of it, but you can never consume it again.
Like it gets taken off Spotify.
Yeah, it is taken from the universe.
Gone.
Like you totally
You,
forgot about
you
it.
remember their music, but it's gone.
Okay.
It completely disappears. If you divert the track, it diverts to your second, third, and fourth favorite artists,
I'm
and the
taking
same thing
third.
happens. So, which track are you gonna destroy?
Losing a lot of artists though.
So yeah,
exactly.
I'd say like quantity over quality, I guess.
And
So-
I don't mean like
That's
if
true.
I were to say my all-time favorite, it's probably not somebody I listen to a lot right now.
Yeah.
So I'd take them out.
I take the first one too.
Interesting. Okay, yeah.
yeah, all-time favorite.
That was quick.
So, did we all say that?
Yeah.
Marco, you
Oh, see,
All-time
okay.
favorite. Yeah.
You know that's interesting, man. The previous two guests have both said the other, like they would take out 2, 3, and 4.
That's
which
just so
is-
much music.
My top
Yeah.
my top artists are probably like all really close anyway.
Yeah,
It's not like
exactly.
one and then a huge gap and then two. Like
Mhm.
I don't know.
Interesting. Yeah, as you say that, the other two seem to have described the opposite, where like their number one was leaps and bounds beyond their second. So I guess that would make sense. That's interesting. Nice. That was quick. Quick and easy. Taking out numero uno. Who's the best rapper alive?
Like best or like my favorite?
Who's the best?
Alive right now.
They have to be alive.
I have an answer. Mine would be J. Cole.
Oh,
I really like his
Oh.
lyrics and like,
thanks. I was going to say great.
bro, he has good lyrics. That guy's a good one.
You go.
Me?
Yeah.
I love Young Lean. Young Lean is my favorite rapper and he's so good. I love Young Lean. I'll shout it from the rooftops.
All right.
Title of the episode.
That's my answer to two different questions.
I'll make that the title of the episode.
I love
That would be
Young
awesome.
Asian loves Young
I want the world to know it.
Oh man.
I bought his shirt one time, but they stole it out of my mailbox. So I can't even wear it.
The world will know now.
Yeah. They're gonna
We're
find-
coming.
Yeah,
for
if
you.
you're out there,
Whoever
dude,
fucking
it's
stole the
fucking over
Young
for you.
Leacher, you're
Done.
done.
That's right. PSA.
I think mine would have to be. Is Project Pat still alive? What's wrong with Project Pat?
So he's
You're still alive.
Oh yeah, Project Pat. Yeah, Project Pat is playing Sound and Fury. He's playing Sound and Fury right after peeling flesh. I think him just because Memphis rap is just What?
When you listen to Project
At work
Pat?
on the grill.
Oh, that's true.
I
that's
listen to
true,
Project
yeah.
Pat all the time.
On the
I
grill.
think just him being one of those big Memphis artists, he inspired a lot of this cloud rap that these guys listen to is inspired by that stuff.
Oh, absolutely, man. Yeah, Memphis had their day, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a whole that
I,
was a great time.
I think just because of his sheer influence, it'd have to be him.
Okay.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna say Chief Keef. Because he like inspired all the people I like a lot, and him and just in general is so fire. Or shit, MF Doom, because he's also inspired hella
He's
people.
dead.
That's
Oh,
the,
you're
yeah,
right.
he is. So follow up. Does the answer change if we're going dead or alive?
Nope.
Not really.
Nope.
Don't win.
Young Lean.
I
Would
think
you
my
take
answer is-
Jackson? Would you take MF Doom if it were dead or alive, or would you stick with Chief Keef? Because that would be the second MF Doom mention.
Shit, that's tricky. I love MF Doom, but I think I listen to more Chief Keef.
Fair
So I'd
enough.
probably say him. I used to listen to a lot of MF Doom though, but I kind of just overplayed everything.
Sure.
I listened to it too much for me.
Okay. So this is definitely one I would like to hear y'all's discussion as a band together. That's almost maybe more important than the answer itself. Are you familiar with the show Alone?
Yeah.
The competitions? Okay,
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's a show where let's say 12 contestants are dropped into like really remote wilderness areas by themselves, and their quest is basically just to survive the longest. They're not aware of how many other people have tapped out or are still going or whatever. So it is just how long can you survive by yourself in the wilderness? They're given very minimal supplies. They have to build their shelter. They have to hunt their food. They have to cook everything. They have to boil their water. They have to make their fire. Which one of you survives the longest in the wilderness?
It's me. For sure, it's me.
Aiden, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. What? Who are you saying, dude?
Yeah,
All
talk
right.
it out.
You can't.
Shit,
You
bro.
can't do shit.
You wouldn't even get out of bed.
I watched, dude. I've
like
seen
you
this
would
guy
get on the
cook
ground.
fish.
I've seen so many YouTube videos.
I've seen so many YouTube
I've seen
videos.
so much.
Them reels
I've
don't
watched-
so easy.
I watched Naked and Afraid. Like I think I would have.
Why would
I
that
think,
matter?
All right, check
bro,
me
they
out.
like tell you survival skills.
Aiden,
I
think
read
Aiden
Hatchet
might
when I was
wash
in-
over him.
Aiden is a princess.
I read
Yes,
Hatchet.
dude.
He's a
This
princess.
motherfucker was talking about how many hours he watched Family Guy for. He is not about that shit.
I
I'm
think
so-
I might not have the
That has
skill
nothing to do with
set,
it.
but I think my sheer will to survive. It could.
Will to survive.
You know, what will to survive for you, bud?
I'll just do it for fun. Like,
Yeah, that's why
Nothing
you're,
else
you're
to
gonna
do.
miss your mauled by a
so
fucking
much, bro.
bear.
You're tapping out
I play
first.
IRL video games and like build a bow and arrow. And shit.
Die.
No, I build a bow and arrow. Yeah, bro, a
He has a
fucking bow and an
rusted
arrow.
What a fucking bow and arrow. That's it.
I build a fire pit,
Look like
a
Minecraft.
little house, Lincoln logs.
You build Lincoln.
Like IRL though, like
You'd have to cut down the trees.
I could do that.
I love young
I like push trees over.
Would you like?
Yeah,
would
you
you
push
push
them
them over? What's that one movie with the volleyball?
Oh, Castaway.
Yeah,
I've
but
seen
that's for young.
Castaway.
Nobody
I've seen
cares.
Castaway at least twice.
I've watched Castaway. I've watched it at least once. You got to know that.
I've seen the Family Guy episode where they're like out on a hike.
There's one time where
good.
Peter's stuck in the woods.
It was really good actually.
Come on.
I would do the longest. Me or Marco, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of them.
I went to a nature camp survival thing when I was younger,
Mm.
so I know what I'm doing out there.
Okay, so we got some hard skills there.
No, you weren't. What's
Yes,
that?
I was.
You got some hard skills out there, I imagine, right?
Exactly.
I would
Way more than this guy.
No, I did. I made a Pinewood Derby car one time.
You're just gonna have fun and then die.
I'm gonna have fun.
You're gonna have fun, eat a berry, and die.
It's all
Oh,
surviving is
already
all about having
berries.
fun.
Yeah.
Survival's all about having fun. I like that actually. That's fun. That's fun.
Make friends with all the animals.
You would get mauled
How are
to
you,
death.
dude?
No.
Don't listen to him, man.
I think a squirrel would bite your fucking nose.
You
Squirrel
died
loves
by
you,
a
bro.
squirrel. Look at him. He's coming for you. You died from
Yeah. Some animals. Is that a squirrel?
Yeah.
What is a little more serious of a question, I reckon. What is something you wish more people knew or understood about your band, Salem's Kin?
All right.
Whoa.
There was another squirrel coming for Aiden.
I wasn't even worried. roll the kickback. I wasn't even.
All right. I think how do I put I just like feel like a lot of people should know that we're super like just down to earth. I want people to feel like they can talk to us, you know what I mean? I love having interactions with people
Yeah.
that like our music. I just want them to know like, we're chill, you can talk to us.
Yeah. If anybody's watching this and you've come to our show and you just were like nervous to come up to some of us, go ahead and do it. Like we're all pretty friendly, and we love talking to people.
Yeah.
We also tell jokes.
We do tell some jokes sometimes.
Hey, yeah.
You guys?
I mean,
If there's a different answer.
I guess I agree. We're all chill, and I don't know. I hope nobody thinks we have like egos or anything. Like we're all.
Yeah.
I mean, we respect the people who we play with, and it's all super fun to
All
us.
respect.
It's all, yeah. We have a great time always. So, I mean,
That's our slogan, baby.
we love having fun and a great time.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Derrick, we all answered, so go ahead, answer.
Yeah,
I
if
mean-
you got a different one.
I mean, it'd be the same thing. Come up to me and like talk to me, because I mean, if I'm not talking to anyone, I can look like I'm mad, but I think that's just my wrestling phase. But like, generally, if anyone just comes up to me and talks about like the band, I'd be more than happy to talk to them about it.
And if we hit you, like in the pit,
Oh.
it's most likely not on purpose.
We're
Sure.
not taking you at all.
Oh, all right. For me, it's probably on purpose. But I still like you. I'm sorry.
With love.
Yeah, it's with love.
Sometimes. Sometimes.
Bro, this man hits hard, bro. What show was it? Was it
Dude, both of y'all do.
Yeah.
this man?
All of y'all hit hard.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah.
I was on the floor. I was like, ah.
Dude, so speaking of, Ryan definitely wanted me to ask this. If all of you are in a pit, whoever's playing doesn't matter. You're in a pit, you're all feeling it as hard as you can. Who wins in a pit? It's like slam fight.
I think I take that.
I think yeah.
I don't know, Derek, your kicks are good.
Yeah, but I haven't been watching that long enough to be like confident with it. I'd be scared of him. He's big and like if he's in a pit, I back up like who?
All right,
I mean,
this guy.
I got no steez, but I can hit hard. So
He kicked
yeah,
me in the
exactly.
balls, bro.
Like I can do some pretty good jump kicks too. I have a photo for one of our band shoots where I'm like doing like a karate jump kick at Derrick.
Oh, yeah.
All I'm
It's
gonna
just
say
got
is
stuff.
Connor Watson. Watch out.
Yeah, watch your
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
back.
Connor.
Okay.
He's got
Aiden, do you have a different answer?
I think Jackson. You're the biggest. Like yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's not based off style, is it? So like
That's true.
No, it'd be
Jackson.
If it was a fight, I think I'd walk away out of
Yeah.
all of us.
Yeah.
But if it's
Or if
like
it's pit
mocking,
beef, yeah.
yeah.
I don't want to pit beef with you, but
Exactly.
okay. Yeah, that's fun. Ryan, I don't know what I would have said, but I definitely whenever I'm filming and Derrick and Marco jump in there, I'm always like, all right, be careful. Like, I'm about to get smacked.
Yeah.
It's incredible though, man. We love to see it. We love to see it. What is something you wish more like bands did, or what do you wish like more bands did less of? Like, is there anything that you like just kind of wish was like more present in the music scene or like less present, if you want to look at it that way?
I'm gonna give a basic answer. Just be friends with everybody else. Like there's no need to like start beef and shit. Like just if someone has something you don't like, tell them. Just talk. Don't like just be like petty and shit. I think it's really corny.
Sure.
I'm gonna say stop cool guying people.
Yeah.
It makes you look really lame if you just
Everybody drop the ego.
yeah. It's like, if somebody really likes your music and they want to come up and talk to you, you don't have to act like, fuck are you doing here? It's just like people fuck with you and you got to acknowledge that.
You won't
can't
be
just-
anywhere
Yeah,
without them.
they're
Yeah.
supporting you, so like
Exactly.
be grateful of it.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
That Y'all got anything?
I'd say I'd just
the
it's
act.
ego.
Yeah.
It's like don't have an ego. I mean, it's all fun. It's all it should be. It shouldn't have to be anything like malicious. I don't know. Just people shouldn't have an ego about it.
Sure.
Same thing.
Yeah, same thing, really.
Yeah, I remember, or I imagine we all probably have a story of meeting somebody we were super stoked to like talk to, and then they were a dick. Mine's not music related, but the one I will always remember is I met Wee Man from Jackass one time,
He's
and
a
I'm gonna try to choose to believe to this day that he was having a bad day.
Yeah.
But
I'm
he
just
was
You got to
here.
think about
so
it.
standoffish and
Yeah.
just like, I was like, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
I just said you were like one of the biggest parts of my childhood. Like, I wasn't asking you for money or a ride to the airport. Like, come on, man. I'll never forget that though.
I remember this was back when Salem's Kin was really small and I was just like first going to shows and stuff. But I remember outside of SBC, I talked to this guy. I forgot what band he was in now. I'm pretty sure he was a vocalist. But I came up and talked to him like, "Hey, I've seen your band before. You guys are really sick." And I just asked him like, "Do you have any tips to, start getting shows and stuff? How do you guys start doing stuff? I wanna play." And I kid you not, he looked to my face and just said, "You should just quit. Don't do it." And I'm like, "All right, man. Thanks."
That was a jackass move.
Then he just walked off.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Drop the ego. Have fun. That's literally all it's about is just making art and like having fun.
Totally.
Sure, man. I love it. I
Yeah.
love it.
I mean, yeah, it's a blast if you drop the ego. And you just go out there and have fun. It's so much fun.
Nobody's better than anybody else.
I mean, if you think about it, we're all the same people. Like, we're not better than you. We're not like
Yeah.
anything like that. We're all a big community. So
That's what I think about a lot is like we are all there, regardless of what we're doing there. We're all there for the same reason, just
Yeah,
to
just have respect
Yeah.
and it's all about respect.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I absolutely adore that. That would probably be my answer too. So kind of final question here. What is next for Salem's Kin? What can we look out for? What can we keep an eye on? And what are you most excited for? What is getting y'all stoked?
the album.
There's so it's for everyone to know, a full project in the works.
Woo!
That's exciting. And then there's some super insane shows we can't really talk about, but we're so hyped.
For the
Stay
summer?
tuned for June and July.
Yeah, June and July are
Yeah.
nuts months for us.
Crazy.
We're also
Okay.
gonna try to tour soon, just like a small tour with some buddies. So keep a lookout. We're
All
about
in Georgia?
no, it'll probably be like Florida. Our goal is just whole East Coast, but we
Two.
might take like a Florida run with some buddies.
We're planning. Do you not want to say what the band is?
You can say it.
We're actually planning a Florida run with Dimora in July right
Yeah.
now. So
That's gonna be sick.
we're setting that
Yeah.
up.
And then this weekend is insane for us. Friday we have Concealer Double Tap
Dude.
insane show, and then Saturday day after we go to Alabama, play with Necrofear. You saw them at the
Yeah. Yeah.
they were
Crazy,
ridiculous.
yeah.
We're playing with them and some other people. It's insane.
While
Dude.
we're on the topic, I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say, man, this Friday's show, Ryan and I have unironically joked about like this is one of the sickest lineups I could have
yeah.
like if you were to have asked me to have handpicked 5 or 6 bands for a show just for me and me only, like it would have looked a lot like this Friday's show. Concealer is one of my favorites playing music right now. I adore them.
They're awesome.
They're good.
I'll
Yeah,
say
so congrats for playing with them.
Thank you.
Thank you.
if anybody follows me on Instagram, they'll know how excited I am for Double Tap. These guys are insane. I mean, like they're our age and it's ridiculous.
Nuts.
You guys gotta watch out for yourself during Double Tap set.
Okay.
Everyone be careful there.
He gonna knock you out, bro.
I will knock somebody out.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I'll be there, so I'll wear my helmet.
Connor Watson, watch out.
Yeah, Connor Watson, watch your fucking back. Anything you're excited for?
The show going to Alabama is gonna be really cool.
Yeah.
I like Necrofear a lot. They're really nice and their
Yeah.
music is awesome. So
Yeah, I'd like to get Dave on here.
Yeah,
Dave
yeah.
is cool.
He's
yeah,
cool.
He's cool.
I don't know if we said it, but that's our first time out of state.
yeah.
So
Oh, congrats.
we're
Thank
really
you.
it's
excited for it.
exciting. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Has how much of that is contingent on I mean obviously I guess when you play shows with bands from out of state you start making some connections out of state, so like is that how this happened? Like you're playing with Concealer on Friday, do you think there's possibility for that to kind of become an avenue for future things?
Sure hope so.
Hopefully, yeah, I think there's gonna be some Florida booking people there, so we're just hoping they like us enough to have us out there. Florida scene is awesome. A lot of
Yeah,
great stuff out there.
there's some rippers out there.
If there's any like smaller bands watching, what I've heard from booking people in our area is kind of just like show them you're worth it. Don't like beg them for shows. Just really just when you go out there, do like the best you can. Like that's what we do. We don't really beg people for shows. We just kind of they ask us because we just go out there, we put on a show, we try to do everything we can.
I just want to give a real quick big shout out to Chop House Booking
Yeah,
because
shout out.
they were mainly the ones who put us on. They're
Mhm.
amazing people. They make
Their run of shows recently have been absurd.
Crazy shows.
Insane shit.
and I mean it's not stopping anytime soon.
And
Yeah.
they're all like the sweetest people I've ever met.
amazing people.
Like they
Okay.
took us under their wing. They like help us all the time. They're so sweet.
Yeah, they've interacted with us really, really sweetly with the Toxic Stoked project thing, man. Like we talk with them in DMs quite a bit and just kind of like make jokes and like they seem to be really encouraging to us, which we find really, really cool.
They love the youngins.
Pause.
Not in a bad way. They just like
You know what you
they
meant.
putting people on. They like helping like starting bands. They just that's their stuff. They love that shit.
They're very supportive.
Yeah.
Love it, man. All right. Well, I think that about wraps it up. Any final closing thoughts, remarks, any threats to Connor Watson that we feel like-
Connor Watson, watch out.
Connor Watson.
Fuck Connor Watson.
Young Lean, talk to this guy.
Young
Young Lean.
Young Lean go.
Young Lean the goat.
Yeah.
I'm surviving point blank period. If you put me in the woods
Let's
and you
put it
put
to
him
the
in the
test.
woods, I'm
Don't put a
surviving.
squirrel near this guy
become his friend.
and just let life wash over you.
Yeah, let like what did we say? We love having fun and doing fun things.
The first step of surviving is having fun.
That's right. That's right. I love that actually. That's
good.
great.
That's not bad.
I wrote that down. All right, guys. Well, hey, thank you so much for your time. This was an absolute blast. I'm glad we got this to work out. I will be seeing y'all Friday, so we'll come say hello and enjoy band practice, man.
Thank you.
Cannot
Have a
wait
great
for
night.
Friday.
Hey, take care, man.
Yeah, we'll have you on again.
All right, dope.
Cool.
Dope.